All right, 9, so I had a request for question 9 in the review package. So let's take a look. So we have a square base pyramid, and it has a base side length of 13 centimeters and a height of 16 centimeters. And then it says, what are the dimensions for a cylinder that has the same volume as the pyramid? So dimensions are, right, the base, the height, the radius, all those kinds of things. So we know that we have two formulas. We know that the volume of a pyramid is equal to, or a square base pyramid is base squared height divided by 3. And we know that the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So we're going to use those to solve this problem. So I'm just going to split my page up again. All right, so since I know that the cylinder has to have the same volume as the pyramid, then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the volume of the pyramid. So that's going to be b squared h divided by 3. I know my base is 13, so it's going to be 13 squared. And I know my height is 16, so times 16 divided by 3. And I'm going to go ahead and calculate that. And so I know that 13 squared times 16 is 2,704. So I have 2,704 divided by 3. And if I do that division, right, it's 901 1/3. So that's what the volume of the cylinder has to be. So now I'm going to continue and I'm going to say that the volume of the cylinder is going to equal pi r squared h. Well, I know that the volume of the cylinder in this case is the same thing as the volume of the pyramid. Whoops. The volume of the cylinder is the same as the volume of the pyramid. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replace this with 2,704 divided by 3 is equal to pi r squared h. So I have no other information, which is a problem here, right? So because I have two variables and I don't have any other way to solve it, then the only way that I can do this is to let one of the values of the variables be equal to something. So I could say let the radius be equal to 6. So let's check that out. So let the radius equal 6 centimeters. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've got 2,704 divided by 3 is equal to pi times 6 squared h. So now I can solve for h because I have just numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have 2,704 over 3 is equal to 36 pi h. And so now I can go ahead. So I've got 2,704 over 3. I'm going to take this to the other side. So I'm going to divide this whole thing by 36 pi, and that's going to be equal to h. So I can go and plug all of that into my calculator. So this is a expression here, so I either need to do this math first and then divide by that. So I think I'm going to do that. 2,704 divided by 3. So my numerator is 901 1/3. And then I'm going to divide that by, and remember there's a multiplication going on, so we need to put that in brackets, so 36 pi. And I get 7.96, or approximately 8 centimeters. So 8 centimeters is approximately equal to the height. And this is the radius. So therefore, the radius is 6 centimeters and the height is 8 centimeters. Now I want you to know that you guys could have come up with any other answers. You could have made the radius 2 centimeters and solved. You could have made the radius 3 centimeters and solved. Nothing is telling us what the radius has to be. You just have to come up with any dimensions that have the same volume. You just have to come up with any dimensions that have the same volume as the pyramid. We don't know what the radius is, and we don't know what the height is, so we can't solve for the other side. Anyway, 9s, I hope that helps.